Andriy Lysenko, the spokesperson of Security and Defense Council, will inform you about the situation in ATO.
Proszę, pan Andriy.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. The situation in ATO area is tense. During the last day, Russian mercenaries committed massive shelling on Debaltsevo-Luhansk and near Bakhmutin-Makhmutivsky highway. Analysis of the data we received shows that there is a possibility they will be more active to Lysychansk and Stanitsa-Luhansk. The main efforts are focused on establishing control over the highway Lysychansk-Luhansk. They want to capture the right bank of Sirsky Donets River. It's possible that there will be attack from Russian Federation to Nizhneverkhova, Stanично-Luhansk district. Also, there is a threat of that mercenaries will become active, and in order to attack our forces near Debaltseve, we take adequate measures to neutralize those threats. Russia continues direct support of terrorist activity. On the 25th of November, there was a movement of two columns of military vehicles from Russia through Izvarino border crossing point. We speak about 40 trucks, followed by two armored vehicles and UAZ, and the majority of them were 10 Kamaz with a tanks 7, and they were carrying soldiers, and 20 had artillery equipment. And through the Zonsky border crossing point to Antratsit, Luhansk region, more than 12 trucks with the tanks went. And it's not, we don't know the content. I would like to underline that on those border crossing points, Russia blocked the work of OSCE. Today in Donetsk and Luhansk regions, we have they have 142 observers of OSCE. 11 of them are citizens of Russia, and also 11 are from the US, and 14 are from the UK. The majority of observers, OSCE observers, are from European countries, including Central Eastern Europe. On the territory of occupied Crimea, the 4th Command of Air Force and Air Defense of Russian Federation, they develop units of new aircraft division. Yesterday, near Stanitsa-Luhansk, in direction to Moscow-Kolesnikivka, there was abuse of air border of Ukraine by two Russian jets. And they came to the territory of Ukraine for 500 meters and 5 kilometers. And anti-aircraft forces, they observed that, and they were ready to attack them, but those jets went back to Russia. On Debaltseve, near Debaltseve, militants were using Grad system and mortars, and 9 times they shelled checkpoints of ATO. Also, on that direction, using the Grad system, terrorists shelled our positions near Kalininka. Positions near villages Malarlivka and Shume were shelled by militants using tanks and artillery. From artillery and mortars, they shelled on our forces near Olenivka, Komaretsk, and Nikishevka. Near Horlivka, terrorists also shelled using grenade launchers and attacked a checkpoint near Mayorsk. Border guards and the military men of Ukrainian, they successfully fought back. On the Donetsk direction during the day, they shelled 3 times upon positions of Ukrainian military men near on the territory of airport. Using Grad system, militants shelled ATO forces near Troitske, Pravdivka, Novokalinova, Tunenke, Verkhny Turetsk. using mortars and small arms. They shelled positions near Pisky, Opitne, Slavne. Our military men in the airport defend, and with the support, they make raids efficiently in order to destroy the enemy. There is the situation is tense on Luhansk, in Luhansk direction, using a Hrad system and mortars. They shelled block checkpoints of ATO near Счастье and Верхняя Вільхова. Using artillery mortars and grenade launchers, they shelled our positions near Stanica Luhanska, Vilhove, Artema. They continue massive shelling near Bakhmutivska highway. Terrorists using a Hrad system and mortars more than 80 times they shelled positions upon the positions of ATO near Krimska and Trukhizbenka. Not far from Donetsk, Last region from mortars terrorists shelled upon the block checkpoint of National Guards of Ukraine. During the last day, we lost 2 Ukrainian military men, 2 more were wounded. As to the situation in ATO towns and villages, during the last day, there were a record number of IDPs from temporarily occupied territories in Donbass, and there was 5,677 people. This is 10 times more than an average a day. And because of humanitarian crisis, people move to those areas where Ukrainian authorities take care of them and provide assistance. State Service of Ukraine on emergency, they work 24 hours and provide people with accommodation. In the Zaporizhzhia region, they received more than 1,000 people. The government of Ukraine passed Regulation 637 on social payments to people who to IDPs from occupied territories and from ATO areas. In particular, according to this regulation, social welfare is provided at the place where they are, but they need to register and they need to have a document. IDPs who move from Crimea or from ATO areas, in order to receive such a document and to get registered, they need to go to the territorial to welfare department, local welfare department. Despite many statements in mass media, Russian Federation didn't ask Ukraine for permission of one more humanitarian convoy for Donbass. In the battle area, there are our railway workers. At 7:50 on the explosion, one worker got on the mine. He's a cranial trauma and eye trauma. He's in the hospital of Artemiska. During the last recently, at the job, 21 railway worker got wounded. In Luhansk, there is a tense situation with food. Last time terrorists gave humanitarian aid in September, and they had tickets of social assistance and was informed the biggest part of humanitarian convoys it's a subject of reselling and it doesn't reach those people who need it. Children, pensioners, and humanitarian convoys instead of food and necessities, they transport weapons and fuel for militants. Because of the shelling, 42 towns in Donetsk region are out of power. During the day, terrorists, so-called LNR, they continued to shell using different weapons, and upon three towns, and on Krymsk, Stanica Luhansk, Счастье, and Trukhizbenka. In Счастье, because of mortar shelling, they have no water and they have no power. The town and hospital are without heat, and there are utilities groups and without gas and no gas in Izbenka and also in Chernyukhina. To repair those damaged lines, power lines, and gas lines is impossible because of ongoing shelling by terrorists. In both towns, states service on emergency. They develop points of heating points, and people can warm up and get a hot tea. Luhansk state administration doesn't stop efforts to agree with militants through mediators upon ceasefire and to allow repairing groups. Yesterday and last night, militants were shelling on Stanitsa Luhansk. Today, around 5 o'clock in the morning, as a result of mortars and artillery shelling, they damaged their houses on Zhutneva and Krasnoarmeysk Street. One of the houses, because of direct explosion, was destroyed and cannot be built back. Information about killed and casualties, we don't have it. And the part of Stanitsa district has no power, and it's impossible to repair because of the shelling of terrorists. And Artemsky district of Ukrainian authorities renewed, rebuilt 86 houses. Groups of Donetsk Oblner, they also fixed the line, and they fixed the power line, and they connected five power grids and one substation and 279 transformation substations. The president of Ukraine, Poroshenko, in the phone conversation to Pan Ki-moon, General Secretary of the UN, thank for the support to Ukraine. The UN consolidates and the General Assembly and the Security Council provided. He expressed concerns as to disruption and of the situation, and he underlined that all Minsk paragraphs of Minsk agreement should be complied with to prevent escalation. He told that all the world is on supports Ukraine, and the UN will put all the efforts for Minsk agreements to be complied with. And in order to de-escalate the situation, Angela Merkel stated that the sanctions against Russia are inevitable if Russian Federation doesn't take enough measures to solve the crisis in Ukraine. We are working for the sake of diplomatic solution of the crisis, as a result of which territorial integrity of Ukraine is abused. As long as Russia doesn't do enough to solve the crisis, we will need economic sanctions, Merkel told. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Romania, Bogdan Orescu, he told that he stated it's important to continue sanctions against Russian Federation, and also to enlarge them if it's necessary, and also to motivate democratic efforts in order to regulate the conflict. Today, the NATO chief Breedlov will meet Ukrainian leaders and military men to discuss security situation in Donbass and the support by the US and of reforms in the defense sector. On the eve, the representative of Ministry of Defense Council, Admiral John Kirby, informed that Pentagon will continue to pay attention to provide non-lethal assistance to Ukraine. Non-lethal assistance includes bulletproof jackets, caskets, devices, radio stations, communications, and engineering equipment, ratios, uniform, and instruments, first aid kits. The state Victoria Nuland expressed her concern that under humanitarian aid, population in Donetsk and Luhansk, Russia sends equipment for militants. The Kremlin can easily stop this crisis in these two Ukraine, but doesn't do that. If Moscow called separatists to comply with Minsk agreement and stopped sending tanks and other equipment, separatists would have to set peace with Kiev. to close. Moscow can close the border with Ukraine any day, but that did not happen, has not happened. After signing Minsk agreements, Russia sent to Ukraine hundreds of tanks, howitzers, artillery systems, and ground systems. Your questions, please.
Запитання.
Esteemed colleagues, whether we have any problem, any questions? Olga Runyana, Ukraine TV channel. Could you please comment on the General Nazarov's arrest? As far as I understand, the investigation is being held by the prosecutor's office. Currently, the investigation continues. When it will be over, we'll inform you. The news of Ukraine. As for the killed, as for the victims among peaceful population, for the last 24 hours, whether you have any data. And the next question about shellings from the Russian territory, whether there were any shellings. We cannot count those victims which appear on the territories occupied by terrorists. As for the shellings from territory of Russian Federation, upon our fortifications and settlements, there were no such shellings from the territory of Russian Federation. My question is as follows: whether there is any information about accumulation of forces from the side of the Azov Sea. As for the southern direction, about Mariupol and adjacent territories, we have been observing decrease in accumulation of forces, which suggests that probably we should not expect for any aggression, threat, or attack from that side. And over there, our checkpoints and intelligence is working perfectly. Liga Business and Forum, could you please specify the quantity of internally displaced persons? You mentioned that this was 10 times bigger than in average per day. Did you mean Crimea on Donbass? I meant Donbass. Thank you very much for your attention. Our next press briefing.